Hello there, people of the universe. My name is MichSciFi, and we're back again with another movie review. We're carrying on the Cornetto trilogy, film 2, my personal favourite of the trilogy, Hot Fuzz. Oh, this film is so fucking good. As a former London constable, Nicholas Angel finds it difficult to adapt to his new assignment in the sleepy British village of Sandford. Not only does he miss the excitement of the big city, but he also has a well-meaning oath for a partner. However, when a series of grisly accidents rock through Sandford, Angel smells something rotten in the ideal village. Ideal? Whatever. So, why is this film my favourite in the trilogy? Well, right away, the premise. A big city cop who's used to the action, he's good at what he does, he's Operation Crackdown, Takedown, Smackdown, all those things, moving to a small, boring, old-timey village where your granddad lives. And then the series of grisly accidents, the fact that the synopsis goes into that a little bit, but I can still elaborate without spoilers, because chances are we've all seen this film. The characters in this film, it's similar to, like, you know how I said in the Shaun of the Dead review, which if you haven't seen, link below, you know how I said the characters, the chemistry are what carry a lot of the Cornetto trilogy, because obviously Simon, Nick, Edgar. It's the same here. The chemistry, when we first meet Nicholas Angel, who is a cop who, for lack of a better word, doesn't know how to switch off. He's always ticking away. He's always on the clock. He's always in work mode. He even has difficulty sitting in a pub with his cranberry juice and just turning off. He'll hear something or see something slightly off or slightly shiny, hint, hint, and he can't help it. It's like a compulsion, as it were. And when he meets someone, Danny, Nick Frost's character, who thinks what he does is brilliant, how good he is, he thinks it's absolutely amazing. He sees Nicholas Angel as the die-hard, lethal weapon action hero, and he thinks what he does is brilliant and how focused he is. But he does help him not learn to switch off as such, but more learn to not be switched on all the time, if that makes sense. It's kind of like in the middle, and I do really like that, because fun behind-the-scenes fact, originally, Danny's character was going to be a love interest for Nicholas, but it eventually changed, and I think it worked out better. The best friend dynamic, which obviously Nick and Simon have in real life, but the dynamic that they build with Nicholas and Danny, it builds so naturally, not just because the actors are best mates, but in general, the way it's written, the way it's acted, the pacing is truly, truly brilliant. And before things go murdery, or accidents, a lot of the characters in this film they're brilliant. The two Andys, the Chief, Simon Skinner, Lurch, the Doctor, the pub owners, all the people Sergeant Angel meets on his morning routine, they are all, in the beginning, quite friendly. It does come across as the perfect little village, which is why when the police officers are always like, oh no, they're just accidents. Leslie Tiller was fucking murdered. Am I going completely mad? A great big bushy beard. Oh. There's a reason we accommodate a few of the younglings at the pub. The greater good. The greater good. Shut it! Such a good film. Oh man, so with all that in mind, let's jump into spoilers. Timestamp as always to avoid spoilers, and we can go to the wrap up. Though the chances are you have seen this film. If you haven't, I implore you to go watch it, because Leslie Tiller was fucking murdered. So yes, the grisliness of these murders. The one that I want to bring up in the spoiler section is when fucking Tim Messenger gets his head exploded by a church spike. I remember the first time I watched this and I saw that, I full on went, what the fuck? Like, I did not expect that. I was like, what the fuck? What? Huh? Or even then, when those two, Martin Blower and Eve Draper, God rest them, when they got decaffeinated, when did we just see their heads on the pavement and no skid marks? Now it's being childish. I just remember it being like, yo, this film doesn't give a fuck. And I love that. I love how well the Cornetto trilogy handles dark, grisly themes. It does it really well in the third film, but not getting ahead of ourselves. And the twist of this film, if you can call it a twist, kind of, on how they're all involved. No, look, catching them killers then. It's just the one killer, actually. What's the matter? You got a brain freeze? No, I got brain wave. Get us back to the station! Now! It's brilliant. And then when that's revealed, and then it is revealed after, like, the second big bomb of Danny's father, Constable Butterman. No, that's Danny's, Frank, that's it, Frank Butterman. When it's revealed that he's involved, you're like, oh, what the fuck? The reason behind why the town has gone batshit cultist, you don't sympathise, Christ no, but I do like how, in many ways, you can maybe sympathise with Frank because he lost his wife and it drove him insane. For as much of this is a comedy action film, I do also like the moments of serious storytelling. We get them at the beginning, we get them in the beginning when Nicholas can't switch off, blah, 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 blah. He feels that he's been outcast from his life. And then at the end when it's revealed that he's doing this because he lost his wife, and it's you can sympathise, but at the same time, you totally can't. Does that make sense? Because you're like, no. Because when he says, oh, we want to make Sanford great again, you're like, no, fucking no. And, oh, the car chase at the end is fucking brilliant. Steve Merchant, Wheatley, his role, well, it's a swan. Like, it's it's so fucking funny. Oh, it truly is a phenomenal film. So with all that in mind, I'm going to give Hot Fuzz, I think this is the highest rated film I've reviewed so far. So I'm going to give Hot Fuzz 4.5 stars. I was counting how many times I've watched Hot Fuzz, and then I lost count. What I love about the Cornetto trilogy is whichever one you start with, whichever order you watch them in, or if you just watch one, you still get a lot, but obviously you get more if you watch them, or blah, 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 blah. So yeah, brilliant film. Absolutely, I think this is definitely in my top 20, maybe top 15 or top 10 favourite films. I might do a video at some point going through all 10 of my top 10 favourites, I don't know. But yeah, what do you guys think of Hot Fuzz? If you haven't seen it, please go watch it, because I say again, Leslie Tiller was fucking murdered. Thank you, Andy. I guess you're wondering why we call them the Andys. They're both called Andrew. They said you were good. Also, because talking to them, I was so good at Dad. Fuck off! Thank you, Danny. When Andy's like, dumb. It's so fucking funny. The subtle comedy of this film is why it's as good as it is. Anyway, I'm going to go, otherwise I could rant for ages, because I really do fucking adore this film. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Again, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it, because I'm not saying it again, but I'm just saying, skid marks. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, be kind, be good to one another, and I'll see you soon. Bye! I'm a living legend. You ain't heard yet, you not get the message. From the moment that I'm stepping in, I get a couple weapons. Yeah, I turn to a beast when I'm rapping. I'm a living legend.